As we head into week 4 of the legislative session, it underscored why local representation matters in shaping effective legislation. Let me highlight 3 significant bills that directly impact our community's safety and rights. So first, we presented the Convenience Store Safety Act, and this legislation came from a tragedy in our community about a year ago. Chanel Moore lost her life while working at a late night shift at a local convenience store going toward Borling. And her death wasn't just a statistic, it was a wake-up call about the inadequate safety measures that a lot of the late night retail establishments have. The proposed bill introduces essential security requirements, and while the initial presentation was well received, we're currently revising some of the pieces of it to work on it and make it a little more effective and practical for business owners. This temporary withdrawal allows us to strengthen the bill's impact while maintaining its feasibility for small business operations. This week, I also sponsored and presented SB 1282. This bill addresses growing concern regarding unauthorized legal practice. Now, this bill's creation was a direct result of a constituent who received legal advice from an individual who wasn't even a lawyer. The legislation clearly defines what constitutes legal advice and establishes stronger penalties for violations. The overwhelming committee support demonstrates how broad the recognition of this issue's importance. So next week, it moves to the House floor where I anticipate a strong bipartisan backing. Finally, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, SB3. It passed overwhelmingly, well, not overwhelmingly, but passed by several votes. The votes were notable for its unusual bipartisan breakdown. It had several Republicans that joined in our opposition, but it reflects the complex implications for workforce diversity, educational access, and institutional policies. The implementation will require careful monitoring to ensure fair and equitable practices remain in place through alternative means. As more companies and even our state government look to remove DEI-type language and requirements, it'll be up to individual business and institutions to remember and include people of all backgrounds. Will increase innovation and grow our communities. These legislative actions represent my ongoing commitment to addressing real community needs, from physical safety to consumer protection to equal opportunity. Each bill emerged from direct constituent experiences, demonstrating the vital connection between community engagement and effective lawmaking. Looking ahead, we'll continue refining the Convenience Store Act while pushing forward with HB 1282's final passage. We're also closely monitoring SB3, their implementation, and the timeline with potential impacts to all institutions. I'm your state representative, Jay Richardson, with an update from the Capitol.